Thanks for joining us for our special edition of Capital City News Year in Review for Salt Lake City Fire Department. 2018 was a noteworthy year for Salt Lake City Fire. Join us as we take a look back at some of the highlights.
Salt Lake City Fire opened 2 new LEED certified net zero fire stations, which will both reduce our carbon footprint, keeping SLC on track to meet our climate positive 2040 sustainability goals. Station 14, the second net zero LEED Gold certified fire station in the nation, is located at 3800 West California Avenue and will serve the southwest area of the city. Station 14 was also recognized for its outstanding architecture and design by Firehouse Magazine as the Gold Award winner for the 2018 Station Design Awards program. Station 3 also opened its doors and is now servicing the Sugar House neighborhood. The new station is projected to be 78% more energy efficient than a typical fire station, with over 300 solar roof panels generating 110 watts of energy. Fire Station 3 is the second LEED certified gold fire station in Utah. Salt Lake City firefighters sprang into action this Pioneer Day to stop a 3-alarm brush fire from spreading to residences near the Ensign Peak trailhead. In just under 3 hours, approximately 55 Salt Lake City firefighters, alongside helping neighbors, worked together to put out what could have been a devastating wildfire spanning an estimated 100 acres. Salt Lake City Fire's emergency response strategy and preparedness tactics are some of the many reasons for their ISO Class 1 public protection designation, and could not have been made possible without the support for equipment from city leaders. Salt Lake City Fire held its 3rd annual Camp Athena for young women. Participants immersed themselves in a day in the life of a firefighter, experiencing firsthand what it's like to attack a live fire, rappel from a 35-foot building, maneuver through a smoke-filled obstacle course, and ultimately help save a life. The day-long event attracted diverse and underrepresented youth to build positive relationships with firefighters and consider a career with the fire service. To learn more about Camp Athena or Camp Prometheus for young men, visit slcfire.com/youth. Salt Lake City Fire replaced its entire fleet of SCBA air packs, 32 of which have integrated thermal imagers. The new masks have advanced technology to help firefighters in the most dangerous environments perform more proficiently and increase all-around safety.
So now, instead of having to hold another piece of equipment as you walk in, you just have this integrated onto you, and you can just keep that chest strap, look to where you need to go to locate the fire or a victim, and determine the ambient temperature around you as well for safety.
Last November, 9 Salt Lake City firefighters were deployed to Southern California to help fight the devastating Woolsey Fires, including Salt Lake City Firefighter Vee Dickinson. Now we hear her firsthand account story.
My name is Vee Dickinson. I'm a firefighter with Salt Lake City Fire Department. I've been on the job now coming up on 2.5 years, so still very new to the career. But I graduated with a BA into the recession, spent 7 years in sales, and realized I didn't want to spend my life making somebody else money. I needed to have more purpose in life. And I actually went to a public safety career fair at the public safety building downtown. And the firefighters said, "Hey, you should be a firefighter." It's like, that's a really good idea. So I tested, I went through the process, and here I am. And like I said, I can't imagine doing anything else. I know that this was what I'm supposed to do. As we start watching the news, you hear about these fires, you kind of perk your ear. And then you know, especially as Camp Fire grew, as Woolsey grew, you knew that there was a possibility that we could be sending a team. And I got the phone call from the chief. He said, "Are you willing to deploy tomorrow to go to California?" I said, "Absolutely, I want to help. I want to go do my part." And I know that every single one of us feels that way. We took 2 apparatus and 9 members from Salt Lake City, and we were part of the Utah task force. So we went with a lot of different agencies throughout the state. My engineer here at Station 9 was my engineer on deployment. So that was really neat to get to go with somebody who I have a really close relationship with already. You know, he's like a big brother to me. The command scale when you get to camp is a huge learning experience, but it was overwhelming. You get there and there are engines from Texas, from Montana, from Utah, and then you see just how many CAL FIRE engines there are, and that they're calling in for help with the resources that they have. It's a very powerful experience. My favorite part about being a firefighter is the family. You live, sleep, eat, go into dangerous situations with your crew. And that extends to any agency. When you go out and you're assigned a task force or you're assigned a division with different people and people that you've never met before, it doesn't matter. They're your brothers and sisters, and you feel that camaraderie. You're one tiny little cog in a huge machine, and it's just this common cause. Everybody's fighting for the same goal. I feel so grateful that I was picked to go. I was on that list. It was an immense learning experience for me, especially being somebody so new on the job. You know, when you flip on the news in the morning, you see all of the bad things that happen out there, the natural disasters, the human disasters, all of the negativity in the world. And it was really important for me as I made this career change, or as I stumbled into this career, that I wanted to be part of the good guys. You know, I wanted to know that in some small, tiny way, I'm making somebody else's life a little bit better. And that is single-handedly why I'm here, and why when you get that call to deploy, there's no question. It says, I'm going. I want to go help. I want to go do my part.
And now we go back in time for our History Minute.
The Capitol Theater has been a fixture in Salt Lake City since it opened in 1913. Originally part of the Orpheum Theater chain, its design was modern and was used as a vaudeville theater, but motion pictures quickly changed the market. In the 1920s, it was renovated to show movies and did so for many years. For a theater at the time, it was incredibly safe from fire, boasting 30 exits, asbestos curtains, and fire sprinklers. But that didn't stop fires from happening. On July 4th, 1949, a fire broke out in the basement of the theater. 600 patrons watching a Rita Hayworth double feature were whisked safely from the theater, while the assistant manager sent a pair of ushers, Herbert Schoenhart and 17-year-old Richard Duffin, to the basement to investigate the fire. They carried fire extinguishers and tried to put out the flames. Schoenhart went back up to report to the manager, while Duffin stayed behind to fight the flames. While he was there, a pair of oxygen tanks in the basement exploded, trapping Duffin in the basement and making him the only casualty of the fire. Over the years, the Capitol Theater has become the home of live theater and ballet performances, but some claim the ghost of young Dickie Duffin still haunts the theater, unplugging extension cords, flickering lights, and slamming doors.
2018 was a fantastic year full of milestones for the Salt Lake City Fire Department. We can't wait to see what's in store for this year. To stay up to date on all things SLC Fire related, follow SLC Fire on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For SLC TV, I'm Poonam Kumar signing off from Fire Station 1.